All right, I think I got something.
Okay.
So remember that episode earlier this season when you were telling me about your nightmares?
Yeah.
Okay, so I used to have a nightmare.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was a recurring one.
Tell me your woes, Daniel.
I will. And here's the really scary part about it is the feeling I got when I would wake up, because I would just wake up like bawling my eyes out. Philip.
Oh, wow.
The feeling that I would get when I woke up, and even when I think back to it, like I still can feel that feeling.
Yeah.
Is the closest thing I could probably relate to like being in the presence of a demon. And, like for real. That's what I would imagine it being like.
That's not good.
So it was like there had to do something with the number 100.
Okay.
I don't know if I had to find 100 things or something. Before everyone I knew and loved was just offed. They were gonna die. So I was like on a hunt for things.
Okay.
I think.
All right.
Again, I don't remember all the details. But there was this like living skeleton that was like following me around.
Huh.
And I don't remember if he would like taunt me or if whenever I was about to find one of the things, he'd like pop out and be like, this is a real spiritual warfare going on here.
That's what
Daniel.
the skeleton would say?
And then demons would try to get a hold of me, and then Jesus would be like, nuh-uh.
Oh.
Back, he's mine.
Whoa.
I will cover him in my righteousness.
Okay. Wow.
But anyway, so I would wake up bawling my eyes out. I would just be sobbing, and I would either run into mom and dad's room and wake them up, which I'm sure was real frustrating to them.
Yeah.
Or I was already in their room because I had the nightmare.
Yeah.
And then I would wake up and just tears would be running down my face, and mom would be trying to calm me down. So never have I ever been more scared in my life than I was then.
Huh. Yeah, well, that's,
Yeah.
You know what I think's scary? How short the weekends are.
Yeah, me too. You know what? I'll take it back. That's the scariest things I've ever witnessed. Hey, Philip.
Hey, Daniel.
I'm Daniel Cardiff.
I'm Philip Osterday.
And what is this, Philip?
This is Classic Countdown Conversations, where we count down the best and the worst that media has to offer.
Today...
When we feel like it.
When we feel like it, that's for sure. Today is one of our... October is almost over, is what I'm trying to say there.
Oh, is that it?
October is almost over, and we're going to talk about one of the masters of thrilling suspense movies.
That's right.
Alfred Hitchcock.
Alfred Hitchcock.
However, Philip and I, surprisingly, haven't seen a whole lot of Alfred Hitchcock's films.
Yeah.
Collectively, we have seen 6.
That's right.
That we can
remember.
Talk really in depth detail.
Yeah, real in depth is how we're gonna.
So we're going with quality over quantity today.
That's right.
And we're gonna do our top 5 Alfred Hitchcock movies that we've seen.
Yeah.
And then one honorable mention.
Yeah. So our new slogan is going to be the best and worst that media has to offer. We count down the best and worst that media has to offer when we feel like it, and no BS.
Oh, okay.
Because we don't BS our list for sure. We always know everything about everything. Our opinions are right.
Right. So we didn't want to put ourselves into a situation where our opinions were not going to be right.
That's right.
So
we stand behind our lists.
And we were going to make a top 10, but then we decided we didn't want to pull anything on you guys.
That's right.
Week. So
we're not liars.
We're not liars. Well, we are, just not about this.
Our yes means yes, and our no means no, and our numbers are numbered correctly.
Yep.
In lists.
And besides, for only of collectively seeing 6 Alfred Hitchcock movies.
It's all the best ones.
We've seen the best ones, according to the internet, except for, I guess, we can throw out that Notorious movie.
Notorious.
Which Philip found a list where that was at the top.
That was the very first number uno.
And I saw it when I was a wee lad.
Yeah. It's a weird one to see as a weird lad. A weird lad.
A weird lad? Well, that's me now.
Lad.
The thing, I feel like Mom and Dad were fine with us watching Hitchcock movies growing up.
Yeah.
Especially that one wasn't scary or anything.
That's true.
So
it's like a love story.
It's like a love story set in World War II, I think. So it's not that surprising that I watched it when I was younger.
It's got Cary Grant.
I watched Saving Private Ryan when I was 9.
Yeah.
Maybe 7.
I'm not even old enough to see that movie.
I know, and he hasn't, which needs to change that. But yeah.
I'll wait till I'm 39.
We will watch it this Memorial Day.
Okay.
So anything you want to talk about?
Nope.
No? You just want to get right in? This is a shorter list, so we can kind of lollygag it.
I don't have any jibs or jabs. Like, last week was so nice. It just happened.
I know.
This week, man.
We're not hitting our stride.
Maybe, is it possible?
Don't say it because we'll jinx it.
Okay.
All right. All right. So let's just dive right in. What do you want to handle the honorable mention? Or do you want me to? I can handle the honorable mention.
You can handle it. Can you handle it?
Since I'm the one that always has the honorable mentions.
I normally don't even care about honorable mentions.
You have had them in the past, but
it depends on how many movies I've seen.
Okay.
I've only seen the 23. So.
Oh, and that works out real good because you'll be talking about I guess except for the honorable mention. It's fine. If we do it this way, then you'll be talking about number 3, which you have seen and I haven't.
Okay.
So let's do it this way. I will say it, but then I'm going to pass the baton right off to you so you can talk about this one.
Okay.
Our honorable mention is The Man Who Knew Too Much.
Que sera, whatever will be, will be. You'll see. Que sera. That was Doris Day singing just now. She came back from the dead and started singing for us. She forgot the lyrics a little bit, but she got it pretty good.
Forget our cold open. That was the scariest moment of my entire life. Seeing that ghost appear in front of us to sing that song was
pretty scary.
It was soup spooky.
Very spooky. Anyway, so Que sera, if you know that song, it's from this movie.
Okay.
Well, sort of.
Okay. What is this movie about? Because I have not seen it.
Yeah, so this movie is about a man and a lady and a son.
Okay.
And the man who is the guy that's in all the Hitchcock movies.
Jimmy Stewart?
Jimmy Stewart.
Okay.
And the lady is Doris Day, and then the son is really annoying.
Okay.
Named really annoying.
Okay. Anyang?
Anyang. Hello. So it's about they're on a vacation.
Okay.
And they're just hanging out, chilling, relaxing, all cool. And all of a sudden their son gets kidnapped.
Oh, I think I've seen this movie.
Oh, okay. Okay. So you know a lot about it?
You keep explaining.
Oh, okay.
Because it was at grandma's house one time, and it was a while ago, and I was on the couch. I may have been sleeping, but it was on the TV, and I remember bits and pieces.
Okay.
But you keep going.
Okay, so yeah, basically, annoying boy gets kidnapped.
Okay.
And they're on the hunt for it. They befriended this couple.
Okay.
That's from America. They're not in America. I forget where they are.
Yeah.
And they actually turn out to be the people that kidnapped them.
Okay.
Because they thought that James Stewart was a spy.
Okay.
And it's like a big old misunderstanding.
All right.
He did kind of know something. He knows like why a guy whispered to him that got killed in the street fair thing.
Oh.
And I don't know. It's a big old mess, but the whole story is basically them trying to get their son back.
Right.
And
I do remember that.
The very end, there's a guy that tries to kill somebody, and he covers up the shot with a big. They're at an orchestra place.
Okay.
And the crescendo happens, and the
Right as he
music,
shoots.
and then he shoots, but actually
He done gets shot?
No, I think that Doris Day gets the guy just in time.
Okay.
I don't know.
She tackles him out of the way.
But that's not the end of the movie.
Okay.
It's got a good flow, this movie.
Okay. What happens at the end?
It kind of ramps up and you hit that crescendo, but then there's a little ramp down.
So it's like Return of the King?
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay.
Because they need to get their son back. They stopped the killing.
Okay.
But now they got to get the son back. I hope I'm not like mixing two movies. And
I honestly wouldn't know.
I might be. Who knows?
As long as it's two Hitchcock movies, I don't care.
I think they're both Hitchcock movies.
Okay, that's fine.
And then, so they're in a place trying to get their son back. He's like stuck in a room, but they don't know where. Okay. And so Doris Day plays that song on the piano and sings it super duper loud as she possibly can.
Oh, and he the
little boy hears it.
That's right.
And so he's like,
yeah, that's right. And then they hear him.
And then he runs out and tries to get his mom.
Yeah, okay. I remember that part.
And then Jimmy Stewart.
He's just Jimmy Stewart.
He's Mr. Jimmy Stewart. It's great.
Pretty much every movie he's in.
Yeah.
He's just Jimmy.
I'm Jimmy Stewart.
Sure. Okay. Nice. Good one.
Thanks.
Good explaining there.
So I actually really like this movie. And that song will get stuck in your head. Well, even though it's not English, some of it.
It will be stuck in my head for the rest of my life because a ghost just appeared in the studio. There she is again.
Whatever will be.
I am more terrified than I thought possible.
The future's not ours.
Would you like to see? Hey, ghost? Debbie? Can you get out of here? Thank you. Would you? Hey, Philip. Hey, Philip, I need you to talk right now or people might think that you're actually the one that's singing.
That's crazy. That was a ghost.
Would you like to announce number 5?
Number 5 is The Birds.
I was wondering if you would say that or
not. It's The Birds. Or is it just bird? What is it?
I think it's just birds.
No, I think there's
The Birds.
The Birds.
The Birds.
The Birds. Not the bears. The birds. So what's this movie all about, Daniel? I've seen it, but I want you to talk about it because I talked about that last movie.
So it's about a lady who's kind of annoying.
Is this one of the first Hitchcock color movies?
It was 63.
Okay, no.
So, no, not at all. Actually, I was looking through his list. This was kind of like one of his last bigger hits, I think, before he croaked.
Oh.
Yeah, she's kind of annoying, and she likes this dude. It's some crappy love stuff's going on. I don't care too much about that. But then birds start attacking humans.
Just birds.
And it never explains why, which is the best part about the movie. Because if you tried to make up a reason, it would be really stupid.
Yeah.
So it was a good thing that Alfred it was good on him for not ever trying to explain a reasoning for it.
Yeah, it's not like the news comes on and tries to explain it through some sort of fake scientist.
Scientists try to create a bird talking machine and it scrambled the brains of all the birds. We could make a movie like that.
We could.
But not Hitchcock. Hitchcock's too good. So the birds start attacking and it's kind of scary for the time.
Yeah, there's
the concept is scarier than the actual movie is.
There's a guy with his eyeballs have been plucked out. Yeah. That's pretty scary.
No, yeah, I think
scary.
But the weird thing is that it came out in the best possible time for that movie to come out.
What do you mean?
Because if you made that movie today, people wouldn't take it seriously.
Just scoff at it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They'd scoff at it like a bunch of birds. But if you make it back then, I don't know. It was just a different time.
We've got, Sharknado.
Yeah, exactly. How embarrassing.
Well, it's tongue. I feel like that movie's tongue in cheek. It's got to be.
It's too much tongue in cheek. It's too bad. Literally, the end of that movie. shark flies out of the tornado and a guy jumps into his mouth with a chainsaw and he chainsaws through the shark.
That's awesome.
That's how that movie ends.
I don't know. Sounds pretty sweet to me.
I mean, I don't know. I might have back then that was back when I was first starting to like really get into movies.
Yeah.
So I was probably a little pretentious back then. Like, this is dumb. Me, little 14-year-old me. This is dumb.
Yeah.
But now looking at it, I'd probably laugh a little bit more, but also be like, this is more dumb than I thought it was to begin with.
So I think that The Birds is pretty great.
What do you like about it?
I think that it is pretty, like, it kind of gives you the heebie-jeebies when you hear that sound, the bird sounds now.
Yeah.
Where it's like, ooh, I don't know. They're coming for me. It's like a good, like, it's just suspenseful. Yeah. It's got a really good suspense.
I agree.
Feel.
I agree. And again, I said it already, but the concept is creepy because we are outnumbered so much by birds.
Yeah.
Like, and the fact that they can fly is really terrifying to me.
We just can't get them.
We can't get them, or we can't get away from them, really, because they're just
fly away.
They can go all over the place, and I love that they don't fix the problem at the end.
No,
it just ends, and they're in fear of the birds. In fact, she gets like attacked.
Yeah,
and the guy's got like carried her to the car.
Yeah, it just kind of ends, right?
And he's like, I guess we'll carry on, and then it ends. So yeah, and like, I don't know, this is just a famous movie. You say the Birds, people know what it is.
Yeah. So, all right, what's number 4?
Number 4 is Rear Window.
Rear Window.
I'll explain this one.
Okay.
Okay, it starts out and a guy has just had an accident of some sorts.
Yeah.
Where both of his legs are in like casts.
They're just in disarray.
This is Jimmy Stewart as well.
It's also, maybe we've only seen Jimmy Stewart once. I guess the last one was Cary Grant, right? Was that him?
Yeah, Cary Grant. No. Cary Grant is in one we're going to mention.
Oh.
He was in, it was mainly Jimmy Stewart and Hitchcock stuff, and then Cary Grant is probably secondary. But Rear Window is, so he's basically trapped in his apartment.
Yeah.
He can't really do much because both of his legs are broken.
Yeah.
So he starts people watching.
Yeah, what a freak.
What a creeper he is. Our hero, our protagonist is a peeping Tom.
Yeah. He gets a very long lens.
Philip, I'm sorry. I'm not energetic right now, and I feel bad.
What's your deal?
I'm sorry. My mind is elsewhere.
Where is it?
It's on a bunch of stuff. My life is just crazy.
Daniel.
I know, I'm sorry. But I'm 100% here now.
Are you? You just switched the switch?
I switched the switch and I'm here.
Okay.
So he's watching and he's watching his neighbors. He's in like this apartment complex where like there's a little courtyard down in the center.
Yeah, that's where Alfred Hitchcock is a woman.
Yeah, we believe that because Alfred Hitchcock would always...
He's in all his movies.
We would always have a little cameo. We believe he's a woman in this one.
Yeah.
We think.
Well, I remember Lindsay saying something like, woman is so ugly.
She's like, that's a man. And we're like, what? And she's like, that is a man. And then we're like, well, it could be Hitchcock because he's always in his movies.
It did fit the profile.
Yeah. So he's watching his neighbors and then he starts seeing some suspicious sketchiness going on. And he might be trying
like, what's that you say?
Yeah. He's just he's talking to his imaginary friend. And he's like, do you see that over there?
Well, he's got his girlfriend that he tells everything about.
But she's not always there, though.
No.
It's like she never sees the stuff. It's only him.
Right, but
it's kind of like that episode of Twilight Zone where the guy sees the thing on the wing of the plane.
That's right. You should listen to our Twilight Zone episode.
Go back and it was 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Go back and listen to it. But yeah, so then I forget how he gets like involved though, because he's obviously watching. But...
He's watching, and then he tells his girlfriend to go over there.
Oh, that's right.
And he tries to get
his dirty business.
Yeah, and then like she gives him a little signal, and the guy sees it, and then he looks over.
And he charges up there.
Yeah, it's real freaky.
That
James
part
Stewart can't do anything about it because he has no legs.
I love like Alfred Hitchcock's movies are so. I guess we should talk about real quick about the fact that I love Alfred. The movies I've seen of his are really great.
They're all He's all
so
6 of them are great that we've seen.
He's so good at building suspense over a long period of time.
Oh yeah,
it's similar to like Quentin Tarantino.
Yeah,
to where he'll have literally a 10-minute dialogue scene that's just building suspense, and it'll lead up to like a 15-second action sequence.
Yeah,
but it's worth it because you're so engaged.
Right.
Alfred Hitchcock is the same.
He's masterful.
He's masterful at building suspense. So
if I were to go back to college and take a class, it would be a class about Alfred Hitchcock movies.
Okay, I like that. I still have the option.
Yeah, well, I mean, I do too, but I'm not about that.
If Community has taught me anything, you have your whole life to go back to college. So the guy starts going up to Jimmy Stewart's apartment.
Yeah.
And he turns out the lights, right?
Yeah, it's something freaky.
Because he knows his way around the apartment and the other guy doesn't.
Yeah.
So then they have a little brawl.
With Mr. No Legsman.
With Jimmy No Legsman. And then the guy gets arrested?
I think so. Somehow they get, He gets his comeuppance. What do you say?
Comeuppance. I saw this movie one time about 6 years ago. So.
I think we saw it together.
Oh, is it in my parents' living room?
Yeah.
Okay. Then at the most 5 years ago then.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's Rear Window.
I like this movie a lot.
I like the poster.
All of Alfred Hitchcock is just, he's got a good eye. You know what I mean? There's a lot of cool graphic stuff that he does with his movies too.
I think he was kind of a jerk though.
I believe it.
He was kind of pretentious, I think. But who am I to, he was making some of the best movies of all time while I'm sitting down here in a basement of a church building.
Well, making the best podcast of all time.
That is true. It's definitely in the top 10 podcasts of all time.
Oh, wow.
We should do a best podcast list sometime. We'll definitely be in it.
But it would be 10 through 7. Classic Countdown Conversations, just different episodes.
Well, yeah, it'd be a bunch of the McElroy stuff because
Yeah.
they just have all of the podcasts.
I think you mean McElroy.
McElroy, I don't care. I don't care.
All right, Daniel Cardiff.
Yep.
So number 3 already.
I know.
This is a short episode. Sorry, folks. Give us some movies to watch, I guess, from Alfred Hitchcock if you want a longer list sometime.
Yeah. If we don't mention one of your favorite Alfred Hitchcock movies, Sucks to Suck, and also
come at us.
Yeah, come at us. No, suggest some for us, and we'll watch them.
Yeah. Number 3 is North by Northwest.
With a little, and I wrote Philip a little smiley face.
With a little tongue sticking out.
Actually, that was supposed to be drool.
Oh, really?
Yep. And he's winking at you.
I didn't catch that. Okay, so North by Northwest is a wonderful movie. This one has Cary Grant.
Yeah, so okay, so I think we mentioned this back in we mentioned this movie a while ago on one of our episodes.
Probably.
Maybe it was best movies to watch on Valentine's Day that won't make the men want to kill themselves.
Oh,
did we mention
was that this movie
on that list? Yep,
probably.
And I think I mentioned back then that I have not seen this movie, or if I have, it's been a very, very long time. So,
gotcha.
Explain it to me because I don't remember nothing.
So
except for Mount Rushmore.
Okay, there's a scene in Mount Rushmore at the end. Do you know about the plane? We'll go backwards.
I know the famous shot of him running away from the plane.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty risky that stunt almost got smashed to bits.
Okay.
So yeah, it's about a guy, kind of the same story as The Man Who Knew Too Much, where he gets mistaken to know something that he does not know.
Okay.
This time he's a secret spy. He's not a secret spy, but they think he is.
Okay.
And he, it's like it becomes a love story.
Of course.
But he's basically just trying to clear his name the whole time. He's just like, I'm not who you say I am. And nobody believes him. And so he just goes on this big old long adventure with Mount Rushmore, and he gets shot.
Oh, geez. On Mount Rushmore?
In right next to Mount Rushmore, in the little gift shop where the food is.
I've been in that gift shop before.
Yeah, that big building.
It's a good gift shop.
Yeah, it's great.
Have you been there?
Yeah, I have.
Okay. So tell me, Philip, and I may have asked this last time, does someone fall off the Mount Rushmore to his death?
Yes, they do.
Yes! Is it the villain?
Yeah.
Yes!
Yeah.
Is it good? Is it a good fall?
Probably the most classic falls of all time.
Okay.
So, it's a great movie.
Season 10, best villains
falls.
falling to their death. Because I love it.
Season 10, episode 10, 10 years. So anyway, it's a great movie. Looks really great.
Okay.
Acting's great. The bad guys have reason to be bad.
Okay. Good motivation then.
Good motivation.
Well, obviously if they think he knows something that he shouldn't.
Yeah. It's all good.
Okay. I mean, when people find out something I didn't want them to know, I hunt them down.
I believe it.
And I man, oh man, do I lose it on them. I say, you better not tell that person.
Like that one time I found out that you have a third eye in the back of your head.
Philip?
Oh, crap.
You cut that. All right. So yeah, Northbound Northwest. I know the two most famous parts: Mount Rushmore and him running away from the plane.
Yeah, it's really good. I highly recommend this.
Does he single-handedly take down the plane?
It's coming at him, and he grabs it with one hand, flies up, and then punches it.
He does like a few swing maneuvers and throws it.
That's right,
like King Kong.
Yeah, it's really cool.
That's the coolest thing I've ever seen. Okay, number 2.
Yeah,
is now here's the thing. I feel like number 1, number 2 may be controversial one way or the other, because our number 2 is often regarded as not only one of the best Alfred Hitchcock movies ever, but one of the best movies ever.
Well,
actually, I think both of them are.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
So, but ours is for real.
That's
ours
right.
Is the
ours
real
is the rightest.
So our number 2 is Vertigo.
Vertigo. Now this movie is awesome, but I only saw half of it.
Philip fell asleep during it. It is really good. I like this movie because it's so slow moving.
Yeah, it seemed. I mean, obviously, I fell asleep.
Philip fell asleep during it.
It wasn't by choice. It wasn't like, oh, I'm so bored with this.
It was late.
It was late, and I needed to go to bed and go to work in the morning.
Yeah. Did you work that? I thought, was that a work
It was Sunday night.
Okay. Oh,
Yeah.
That's right. That's right.
So, shout out to Brent.
Brent and Lauren. Yeah. Oh, yeah. We watched it for Brent's birthday.
Yeah.
Brent, Lauren, we'd love to have you on some episodes.
Love to have you on the Patreon, you know? Oh, we kind of forgot to do that whole thing. Let's skip it.
Okay. It's fine with me. We're in October time. I'm happy no matter what, whether we're getting money or not. So I'm good not mentioning it.
But yeah, you can go to patreon.com/classic_conversations if you want to join.
And give us money.
Thanks.
So Vertigo, we should probably explain it for those who haven't seen it. Or, I think people know if you're going to listen to our show, it's going to be full of spoilers.
That's right.
So here you go. So a guy, Jimmy Stewart again, he is a private investigator or a detective.
He's a retired detective.
He's retired.
Well, sort of retired because he's got vertigo.
Well, yeah. So he almost falls off a building at the beginning.
A guy dies.
A good guy falls off a building, which is not as cool as villains falling to their death, but it's just as entertaining. So
very good.
The cop falls off the building trying to save him. He dies, and then he has vertigo from the experience. Jimmy Stewart does.
I would too. I can't imagine.
I would love to be in a situation like that.
No, you would.
Anyways.
You freak.
So then he can't really walk all that good, and he can't get up on stools very well anymore. He has this weird platonic relationship with this girl.
Yeah, what's the deal with her?
They used to be engaged, and then she has no payoff.
Okay, so she's just there.
She's just there.
She's got glasses.
She has glasses. She still likes him.
She sometimes has glasses, I should say. That's what was interesting to me.
Oh, okay. I don't remember that aspect of it, but she does like him. sometimes wears glasses.
Yeah. You know, like when there's some people that they wear glasses, you're like, you
probably shouldn't be doing that.
Well, no, it's more like you just don't normally wear glasses, do you? Your face isn't accustomed to it.
So it's like if I started wearing glasses.
Yeah, it would be like, what are you doing?
Which I may possibly need to start doing soon.
Oh,
My eyes are going bad.
Well, so like, have you ever seen like people on posters for glasses? Mm-hmm. It always was like, why are those glasses look so weird on you?
It's because they're photoshopped.
Well, some of them.
For real.
Some of them are.
So anyways, an old buddy of Jimmy Stewart is like, hey, my wife has like multiple personality disorder or something. She keeps wandering off. I need you to follow her. So he starts following her, but little did he know he'd fall in love with her.
Oh
my goodness. She jumps off, tries to drown herself, and Jimmy Stewart saves her. And then he brings her to his apartment, and
yoinks.
She's in different clothes.
That part's so strange. And it's like nobody. She kind of wants to talk about it, but he just is like, nah.
Yeah, he's like, I got your tea here, your coffee here.
She's like, where's my clothes? And he's like, over there.
He's like, oh, I threw them out. Just kidding. He doesn't say that. He has them in the other room.
Yeah.
What part did you fall asleep at?
We'll get to it. I'll tell you when.
So then they go up. He's following her, and there's this little weird mystery thing that's going on with like this dead person, and he thinks that this dead person.
Yeah, the more that he learns about this woman, the more that he learns that the guy thinks that she's possessed.
Right, by a person who has died like a certain amount of years beforehand.
It turns out to be her great-great-grandmother.
Yeah, something like that. And the anniversary of this lady's death is coming up soon, and this lady keeps killing her.
Right.
Something along those lines. It was late when we watched this. Anyways, well, she jumps off of a bell tower.
Holy moly. And then that's when I fell asleep.
That's when you fell asleep? Okay.
Yeah. But I know, then I woke up near the end and I learned some things.
Okay, so...
I learned the twist.
Oh, so you know the twist.
I know the twist.
Okay, so it turns out it wasn't her.
Yeah.
And her and her husband were trying to play a trick on him.
No. Right. It's more that the guy wanted to kill his wife and he wanted the other girl.
Oh, that's right. You're right. And you fell asleep.
Yeah, come on, Daniel.
I'm sorry. He hired this lady to play his wife.
Yes.
And so he murdered his actual wife, which wasn't this lady. Anyways.
They look similar.
This lady comes back with not blonde hair, with brown hair.
Yeah.
And Jimmy Stewart is like, you look just like her. He cannot get over the fact that she's dead. So he makes her dress up as this girl that he fell in love with. He makes her dye her hair. Did you watch any of this stuff?
No, this is when I was asleep.
Okay. So and if she does not do everything to the T of this girl that he thinks is dead, he gets just real mad at her.
Oh, okay.
And kind of rough and handsy with her.
Whoa.
He's like grabbing her. He's like, just change your color of your hair. And he's like yelling at her.
Jimmy.
I know. He has, and at some point in this, it is the best scene in the movie. One of the best scenes maybe ever. He has a dream.
Is that when like I've seen the part of the dream.
There's sweet coloring in this dream. There's lots of greens and blues. He's having these weird images.
There's like faces in the middle of it.
And he's falling into like this Vertigo trap thing.
Okay.
It's awesome.
It's like when Winnie the Pooh has a dream.
Sure. You
haven't ever seen the Winnie the Pooh movie?
Nope.
What?
No, I have not.
What? Oh, it's so good. And that part's real freaky.
Anyways, he finds out it's her.
Wait, what? He didn't know that it was
the
actress?
No.
Oh.
He's a dummy.
Oh.
And he finally figures it out through a necklace she's wearing. And then he's like, come with me.
Okay.
So he like is driving back to the bell tower that, quote unquote, the lady jumped off to her death. And she's like, why are you taking me here? They're kind of overacting in this movie.
Okay.
She's like, why are you taking me here? And he's like, I just need to see something. And They get up to the top and he's like, it was you, wasn't it? It's you. And she's like, it was me. And they're up at the top, and then so you don't know how it ends.
No.
Phil? Do you want me to spoil it for you right here?
Yeah,
Spoilers for the end of Vertigo.
I'm assuming that he kills her.
No. They're about ready to make amends and start their life, and then a nun comes up because she was screaming, so a nun must have heard screaming. So she comes up, but the way she comes up scares the girl because it's a frightening image. It scared the poop out of me. She comes up, and then the girl gets scared and falls out of the bell tower and dies.
No way.
I'm being dead serious.
Wow.
And that's literally the last shot of the movie is Jimmy Stewart walking out to the edge and looking down. And then it ends.
Oh, man. That's a good bookend.
I loved it. Because it wasn't a happy ending.
No, not at all. Well, he kind of deserved it if he was being a jerk to her.
Oh, for sure. He was being real abusive.
I mean, I guess he's got that girl back
he
home.
does have that girl, yeah. But yeah, she kind of just falls off the movie. Anyways, I totally butchered that, and I'm sorry for you Vertigo fanatics out there. But that if you haven't noticed from our show before, I have a way of explaining movies that Philip just absolutely loves.
I love it.
And that was not sarcasm from me. What's number one?
Whoa. Daniel, why are you so sad today?
Why am I sad?
You're just so sad. It's number one.
Did you want to talk about Vertigo more? I just felt like we had talked about it for a while.
No, you talked about it for a while.
Okay, what would you like to add?
There's that scene that I sent you a video about, and I bet you didn't even watch the video.
I started to watch it.
And then you got too bored?
No, I got busy. But I'm sure it's a great video.
It's a great video about how the very beginning of the movie.
Yeah.
There's that scene with Jimmy Stewart and his friend buddy that tricks him.
Yeah, right.
And
not his buddy.
Yeah, it turns out not to be his buddy. But this blocking actually tells the story of the whole movie, basically, of like Jimmy Stewart thinking he has control, but he doesn't.
Oh.
And the friend actually does, and he like forces him into a certain place and shows his dominance. So,
okay,
it's really cool. I highly recommend looking at that scene.
I'll go watch it
and seeing how the blocking is telling a story.
Okay.
If they didn't have any words, you'd understand what was going on in that scene.
Okay.
It's awesome.
I will go watch that video.
So number one is...
Wait, hold on. Let's see if they can guess.
Okay.
Let's see if we can hear them guessing.
Oh, I think I heard it.
Oh,
they said Psycho.
Oh, good job.
Oh, they were telling us we're Psycho.
Oh, dang it. For trying to... For believing we could hear them. Yeah. Dang. Well...
It is Psycho, though.
Yeah, it is Psycho. We both talked about this
a little bit ago.
Halloween movies.
Yeah.
It was on your list, too.
It was on my list.
It was on mine. So... We both love this movie.
It's a great movie. Deserves to be number one.
Higher
than Vertigo. I couldn't fall asleep during Psycho. How about that?
So let's just, because we didn't talk very much in detail about Psycho.
We didn't talk about
We wanted to save it for now.
Yeah, so now here it is.
Let's have a discussion.
Yeah.
What is your favorite aspect of this movie?
I think we actually...
I said, what's your favorite scene?
Oh, I'm sorry. Favorite aspect of this movie. Okay. I think I said my favorite scene was when the
mom's up in the window.
My favorite aspect of this movie is that it is twisty.
Okay. It's just kind of, it's not all over the place because it's a really well written movie, but it's got lots of twists and turns.
Lots of twists and turns.
My favorite aspect is his performance.
It's a great performance. Would you like to explain the movie? We could take scene by scene.
Okay.
You go first, then I'll go next. And we'll go from there.
It starts out, it's a little risque. This lady's in her apartment with some dude.
Is that how it starts?
It does.
Oh.
And he's like watching
this whole movie's actually a little more risque than
it is. It's
most
kind
movies that I'm expecting.
Well, and here's the thing about, like, back then, it was really kind of sleazy.
It is sleazy. Alfred, you dog.
And so get this. He made, I believe he made in this order. It was Vertigo, then North by Northwest, then Psycho.
Wow.
Or maybe it was North by Northwest first, then Vertigo, then Psycho. But I do know those three were like right in a row. So he was just hitting just home runs.
Yeah.
And it was kind of at the time and compared to like his filmography was kind of sleazy.
Yeah.
It's the first movie to you could ever hear a toilet flush, I believe. or maybe the first ever movie to show a toilet.
No.
No, I one of those two things. And while Philip's fact checking me,
hey Siri.
Oh, so you can ask Siri questions on here, but I can't.
Oh, go ahead. Thank you, Siri.
Okay, I'll just keep talking about it. So she goes and she steals a bunch of money, and then she goes on the road and has to stop at this motel called Bates Motel, and she meets with Norman Bates, who is the son of the owner, or I guess they might be co-owners of the Bates Motel.
Leave It to Beaver has the first toilet television.
No, it's television, not a movie.
Siri didn't help me with the movie part. Anyway,
so she meets up at the Bates Motel. She has a bunch of money, and she's just wanting to leave her old life behind.
Okay. Hold on.
What's up?
We cut out the part where you look up Siri, so that joke's not funny.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's hilarious. I was trying to look up something on Siri earlier, people, and Philip said no.
I said no.
And then he just went right ahead and tried doing it by himself.
It was really funny. Would have been funnier had we not cut that part out.
Well, we did. So, unless we didn't, if there is a part that earlier in this episode where there's a big scamuffle with me trying to find something on Siri, then right now this conversation is pointless. But we'll see. We'll see what future Philip decides to cut out.
We'll see what I do.
Decides to leave. Anyways, so she sits down and has a nice little chat with Norman Bates.
Yeah.
About taxidermy and about his mother.
You said this was your favorite scene.
This is my favorite scene in the movie, other than the very, very last scene in the house.
Yeah.
But they sit down and have a nice chat. They eat some food.
Eat some yum yum.
And then what happens next?
Well, you kind of sprung that upon me. I wasn't ready. And I'm pretty sure that
It's the big part of the movie. The most famous part.
Oh, she goes inside of in her room. She goes to her room.
Yeah. He looks at her through the wall.
Yeah, he's a real freak. And she says, "I'm a little dirty. Time to shower."
Yeah.
And so she does that, and in the midst of that,
his mother comes down and murders her.
Yeah, well,
his mother comes down and murders her.
We don't know who murders her at this point.
We're led to believe it's the mother.
Yes.
She stabs her to death in the shower, covers up the murder, and puts her car in a swamp.
Into the swamp.
Into the bog.
And that is the first switcheroo what I was not expecting when I first watched this movie. Why is the main character dead now?
Yeah.
Who's going to take her place?
You know what my favorite part of that thing is?
What's that?
That moment of the movie is when Norman comes back in.
Yeah.
And he sees that she's been killed.
Yeah.
He's like, mother, like, not again. But like everything he does is so routine. Like the way he cleans up the murder. Oh. It's like it's happened so much at this point.
Yes.
That he knows exactly how to cover up, like what steps to cover and like all this stuff. It's great. It gives without telling you. It's more show don't tell.
Yeah.
Which I love in movies. I love when you can get an idea or a belief or something from just seeing it.
Right.
And yeah, it's just like, oh man, he's done this before.
Yep.
He's a flawless murder cleaner upper. So I like that part a lot.
Yeah, it's good. And then the detective investigates the murder with another woman.
Well,
where's this other woman come from?
No. You're getting confused a little bit.
Am I?
Her sister is like, my sister's gone.
Oh, that's it. That's
and
the other
then
woman.
The detective's like, well, I'll go check it out.
Yeah.
The detective goes.
And then.
And catches something that Norman he didn't cover up very well.
What did he not cover up?
Something about the book.
Oh.
So then what does Norman's mother do to the detective?
Does she kill him?
Yeah. Remember, it's that great overhead shot where he's walking up the stairs and then mother comes out of the room.
Oh, yeah.
And slices him on the face.
Right in the face.
And then it's that really weird shot followed where he stumbles down the steps.
Yeah, and it looks hilarious.
He's like, boo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. And then he dies.
I can feel the love.
Okay, Philip, don't pose as the ghost. I know the ghost was in here singing earlier, but now it's just us two, and it's real embarrassing for you, isn't it? So
I can feel. I don't know how the actual lyrics go,
okay,
but you did.
That's not even that song, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So then the sister.
Hey, Daniel.
Yeah.
It's that song.
Yeah, it is. So the sister gets even more concerned, and then her and the main character that got murdered in the shower's fiance.
Jeez.
Go investigating.
Everybody's just dying in this movie.
They go investigating.
Dying to figure out who did it.
And then what happens at the end? What's the second twist, Philip?
The second twist is they're in the house trying to figure stuff out.
Great scene.
And they go down to the basement. They're like, we've searched the whole house. And they're like, wait a second.
Well, the sister goes down to the basement.
Yeah. And what does she see? It's Mr. Skeleton from Daniel's dreams.
Oh yeah, and that's literally the skeleton that haunted my dreams when I was younger.
And she turns around and there's a live mother. Right.
Well, okay, you made that real confusing.
No, there's dead mother. That's the skeleton.
Yes, which she thinks is alive because she goes up and taps her, and it turns around and she's dead.
Oh, is that true?
It's just a great reveal shot.
Oh yeah.
And then Norman, dressed as mother, walks into the room with the knife.
It was completely made sense to me in my mind.
I know it did, and it made sense to me.
But if you've never seen the movie before.
Or if you just don't know the way that Philip talks, then you would be real confused. Even if you have seen the movie, you'd be like, wait, what? I don't remember Mother being alive.
Mother was alive the whole time.
Mother is alive inside of Norman.
That's right.
And then that brings me to my one gripe with the movie.
What's that?
Is that the detective at the end, he just like tells you everything. It's just like a huge exposition dump at the end.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's like, Norman and the mother became one. So really, when he said that he didn't kill them, he's not lying. It's mother inside of him.
I see.
And it's just like, yeah, I got it. You didn't need. I wonder if that was the
studio made him do that,
being like, hey, people won't understand.
Hitchcock was like, well, I'll just throw it at the end of the movie. Nobody's paying attention.
Yeah, exactly. But then the last shot is amazing when it's Norman in the cell and his mother's voiceover.
Yeah.
And then it fades from him to the car coming out of the swamp.
Yep.
But in that transition, on Norman's face is the skeleton of Mother.
Yep. It's freaky.
They hit it in that transition. So yeah.
Some freaky stuff.
Great movie.
Anyway, so that's all of the movies that we've seen of Hitchcock. All we have to say
about Hitchcock.
It's a great movie.
There's other movies like Dial M for Murder that I saw when I was younger. Strangers on a Train.
Yep.
But we're not talking about them.
Yeah.
Do you have a segment for us?
Oh.
Did you forget?
I have a little segment I like to call Disappointment. And today's disappointment is brought to you by our good friend who we hear from quite regularly.
Okay. Disappointment?
Everyone.
Okay. All right.
Everyone has disappointed us. Once again, I'll double check the mail since I missed it last time.
Did you respond to Seth Poopson?
From last week, I very much responded in this episode.
Right, but you didn't send back an email.
No, I don't. I don't do that.
Okay.
I'm too busy. We got thousands upon thousands of emails.
I know. I try to read through all of them, but
you don't read any of them. So please read us. Please subscribe. If you rate us, we get higher up on the list. We have had a bit of a resurgence, I would say, of listeners.
Okay.
So thanks people that are listening.
And it's mainly been in this month, hasn't it been?
Yeah.
It's been in October.
There were like 60 people that listened to our
freaks.
Halloweens. Hey, listen to me and let me talk. Halloween. That was our most popular episode yet.
Halloween movies.
Yeah. So if you liked that episode, tell us why.
Okay.
By rating us, please.
And
tell all your friends, your family, and your clergymen.
And enjoy the rest of your October. I can't say that enough. Phil, okay, hold on. Before we head out,
okay,
I'm going to grill Philip really quick.
Okay.
You said back in our fall activities, you're like, fall's so ugly.
It is.
It's so gloomy.
It is.
Have you seen the weather this week?
Yeah.
It has been gorge.
That's not even true at all.
Have you seen the sky today?
Today is great. Today is fine.
Also, I took pictures on the other days so that I could prove you wrong.
I drove through the rain.
It rained one day this week.
I drove through the rain. I've driven out. I've been inside.
Look at the day on Thursday. Look at that day. Look how beautiful that is. Look at that tree that's changing color. Look at that sky, those clouds.
You know what that color means? It means that tree's dying.
But it's not.
As we look at it.
It's not dying.
It's dying right in front of our eyes. And those leaves are going to fall off, and then it's going to look dead as a doornail.
Baby, it's just getting a haircut.
Did you just call me baby?
I did call you baby.
Why'd you call me baby? You freak.
Philip, I'm so lonely. You've wondered why I've been sad all day. I'm lonely.
Daniel.
I can't enjoy this fall time with anyone else. It's Julie. I don't have anyone else. I'm lonely. Will you cuddle with me outside? When we get outside, will you cuddle with me?
Absolutely
Just buy the cars?
Daniel, you can't force me. You can't make me think that fall's going to be good and then try to force me to cuddle with you.
Philip?
No.
Please?
No.
Me upset?
You.
Me upset?
You. I'm ignoring
me
you.
Me lonely? I crave. Philip, I crave.
What do you crave?
Crave the sweet, sweet touch of a human.
No. You know what I crave?
What?
Money.
We're not talking about Patreon. We already said we were going to skip it.
But I want it.
I know. Okay. Enjoy your October.
Yeah, get out of here. We love you.
We love you. Bye.